Today I'm making, from pallet wood, a handle for a chisel. Okay, so I got this chisel, a farmer's market. I didn't pay too much for it, but the handle was broken. Now, this is a rather big chisel. The original handle that I turned for it was a different wood, but then it also split. So I figured it might be a very nice challenge to turn one out of pallet wood. So here you can see the split. Basically, all I want to be able to do is get it out of the handle. So I figured this is going to be dead easy. I'm going to drill a couple of relief holes and then cut it down with a little saw. Unfortunately, that didn't work out so easily, so I took a more drastic approach. Once the handle was off, I tried just about every trick in the book to be able to get the rest of the wood from inside of the chisel. I tried a knife, I tried different approaches, I even tried to screwdriver, I had a drill bit that broke, but finally, eventually, I was able to get all the wood out of there. So, then I was able to move on to the next step. So I took a piece of laminated pallet wood and took the measurements. Once I got the right measurement, I cut it down on the chainsaw. Finally, when that piece of wood was ready, I drilled 2 pilot holes, one on each side, and mounted them on the lathe. So far, everything is going pretty smooth. I do a quick little spin test. Everything holds up together. So, we start turning. Well, I absolutely love turning wood. Pallet wood is a little bit more of a challenge. It's still pretty fun. So one of the challenges that I had is that I wanted the tip of the wood to fit exactly inside the chisel. So I took a couple of measurements, and once I had the right measurement, I basically stopped right there. It didn't go without incidents. I actually had some wood completely chip out on me, not once, but twice. So it's a little bit worrisome when that happens, but I kept on going. So after my second wood chip out, I started making the rod, the handle, a lot more slim. I tried to actually make it a little bit longer than I would have needed to, just to have some buffer, but it turns out that I had another piece of wood that blew out. This was my second one. This one was, as you can see, a lot bigger than the first one. So it was a little bit worrisome, but that's all right. So I stopped right there and I just moved on to sanding. Once the sanding was pretty good and the thing was very smooth, I basically started to apply some finish. So here I'm using a wood-based finish. I just want to see what it's going to look like. It actually turned out pretty damn good. I'm very happy with it. So once I'm done applying all the finish to the entire handle, doesn't this thing look absolutely beautiful? I think it's awesome. The colors just are astonishing. So I measured the handle a couple of times to get the right size. This was a little bit tricky. I'm not very good at this and I'm not very experienced, but it was a little bit of trial and error. I also made sure that I got the depth of the handle just right. Marking the point where I need to remove material and making sure that my calipers are set to the right distance, or actually in this case, the right thickness. So I'm going to remove some wood, and when I reach the right thickness of material, then it'll basically fit inside the handle. So this is a little bit of a trial and error process. You go back and forth and You remove material, you check with your caliper, you remove more material, you check with your caliper, until finally you're happy with the result. And once you're at just the right thickness, then you know it's going to fit. And here we go. It finally fits. So now that I know it's going to fit, I'm going to pour some glue. In my case, probably way too much, because I'm basically going to have an incredible glue mess on the floor. But that's all right. It's all part of the game. You learn. You have fun and you learn. So I'm putting down the chisel for an overnight drying. And on the next day, I'm going to cut off the extra piece on the other end that I don't need. My handle looks good. That's all right. That should be able to resist some punishment and remove the glue that basically squeezed out. There's actually a significant amount of it. Like I said, I put way too much glue in there. So I'm going to remove the fine detailing with a knife and every little piece of glue that shouldn't be there. And when that is nice and clean, I'm basically going to apply another layer of finish. And this is the finished product. What do you guys think? Give me some comments below what you think about this project. I'd love to hear your feedback. I want to know what else you'd like to see. And if you haven't done so, hit that subscribe button and that like button. Until next time.